What's up? Welcome to Something to Talk About. I am Taco. And this is like my sixth one I'm filming in like one day. So, whoo! I'm doing it. I'm ready to do it, and then I'm gonna be set up for a while. Let's do it. Welcome. This is my Song of Ice and Fire series, and I cover characters that are a little lesser known in the Song of Ice and Fire universe. No POV characters, none that make it onto the show. And yeah, this is it. There's Ronnet Connington. So if you've never been here before, click like, subscribe, do all that YouTube crap. And also, I do these in one big long take, so no editing or anything like that. I kind of want that like kind of ranty, raving improv feel. But also, it's just me yelling at you for like 10 to 20 minutes. And yeah, if that's what you like, then what's up? Stay for a while. I do have these cards that kind of keep me on track, these cards. So I do read off them to kind of make sure I don't. But I'll pop back and forth with them the knowledge. But let's talk about Red Ronnet Connington. Got Red Ron. Ronnet Connington, also known as Red Ronnet, is the Knight of Griffin's Roost. He is a landed knight and the head of House Connington. Ronnie, as I will sometimes call him, has a bastard son named Ronald. Ronnet is a husky man with long ginger beard and long ginger hair, and he's considered fierce because gingers are known to have tempers. It's a fact. Oh, I got all the gingers mad. It's just come on, it's a joke. All right, jeez. I'm covering Red Ronnet Connington. He looks like the ginger Jesus. Look at him. I have to make some ginger jokes. So my second slide, I usually talk about the house. So he is from House Connington. House Connington of Griffin's Roost is a small house of landed knights from Griffin's Roost in the Stormlands, sworn to Storm's End. It was formerly a lordly house whose lands once extended many leagues west, north, and south of Griffin's Roost, including reaching near the Rainwood. An old house, the Conningtons were significantly wealthy house during the reign of House Targaryen. Jon Connington, who I will probably call Jon Con the rest of this, was named Hand of the King by the Mad King Aerys II. His previous hand, Owen Merryweather, had been exiled for his failure to face Robert's rebellion, and Lord Connington was a noted warrior of proven loyalty, being one of Princess Rhaegar's best friends. After being defeated by the rebels at Stony Sept, Jon Connie was stripped of his lands and sent to exile in free cities, where it is said that he had drank himself to death. So that's why Ronnet Connington, they're all on-ons, right? Ron Con, Jon Con, Ron Con. What are you going to name your son? Ron. Oh, man, what's your name? Ron. All right, anyways. That's so the fact that Jon Con lost the war and Aerys stripped him of his title is why Ronnet Connington is just a landed knight. He is not a lord, and it all comes down to Aerys being a jerk. That's it. All right. The betrothed. Ronnet was once betrothed to Brienne of Tarth. Yes, that Brienne. And too many B's in a row. Once betrothed to Brienne. Betrothed to Brienne of Tarth. This was his father's idea. Ronald is his father. Yeah, another Ron. His father Ronald's idea, who probably considered his son marrying the daughter of Lord Serwyn Tarth of Eveningfall Hall a good match, but the Conningtons were only landed knights. However, Ronnet was opposed, having been told that Brienne was ugly. When they first met at Eveningfall Hall, the two had the same height, although Ronnie was 6 years older. Brienne remembers how Ronnie brought a rose to give his betrothed. She was not able to look him in the eye or speak the simple words of welcome that she had been taught. However, When he handed her the rose, he told her that this is all she would ever have from him, as he had no real interest in marrying her. Yeah, good old Ron Con shot down Brienne. So, what does Brienne do about that? Well, the melee at Bitterbridge. During the War of the Five Kings, Ronnet is with King Renly Baratheon's host at Bitterbridge. He participates in a great melee in which once betrothed Brienne of Tarth also joins. Brienne, using the melee to take revenge on a couple former suitors, including him, considers meeting Ronnet last among them a gift by the mother, as every blow she deals him sweeter than a kiss, defeating him in the end. So yeah, she seeks out a lot of the people who have wronged her, a lot of the dudes that have like messed with her, suitors, and beats them down during the melee. It's one of like the best Brienne moments, and Ron is one of them. And she's like, sweeter than a kiss, Ronnie. And he's like, Ronnet is among the lords and knights that follow Renly to Storm's End and switch sides to King Stannis after Renly's death. Ronnet survives the Battle of the Blackwater and is presented to King Joffrey in the throne room, where he swears his allegiance. So after the Battle of the Blackwater, he does swear his allegiance to King Joffrey. So yeah. All right. A man of her dreams. When Brienne of Tarth first meets Podrick Payne for the first time, why did I read it wrong like that? And he is unable to even pronounce his own name, she feels a rush of sympathy for the boy, remembering how, at the age of 12, she was unable to speak the simple words of welcome to her betrothed Ronnet Connington that she had been taught. Because, she couldn't say anything, like I said in the last one. She later has a dream in which she changes the outcome of their first meeting with Ronnet, cutting his hand off as he holds the rose out. Brutal. Yeah, man of her dreams. That dream is her going, Gah! Chopping his hand off. It's a little brutal, Brienne. Brienne the Brutal. Oh, man. All right, let's get back to Ronnie. The Bear and the Maiden Not So Fair, Part 1. Sir Ronnet is spotted by Jaime Lannister riding at a quintain in the yard of the Red Keep, in which he breaks his lance clean. When Jaime is sent north to end the siege at River Run, Sir Ronnet accompanies him as his standard bearer. He joins Jaime and others for supper at Castle Hayford on the first of the night of their voyage at Harrenhal. Voyage at Castle Hayford. Then at Harrenhal, Jaime comes across Ronnet as he's expecting the bear pit. When asked what he is doing there, Ronnet explains he wanted to see where the bear danced with the maiden Not So Fair, which is a reference to when Brienne was in the bear pit and Jaime saved her, and also to the song The Bear and the Maiden Fair. He asks Jaime whether it was true that Brienne fought naked, and when Jaime denies it, he says that the sight might have made the bear flee in terror. So he's talking crap about Brienne to Jaime. He doesn't know. Jaime realizes that Ronnet knows Brienne, but he is completely surprised when he learns that they were once engaged. Ronnet shares some details about this, as well as his utter disdain for her. When he discussed the bear was less hairy than that freak, Jaime slaps him with his golden hand on the mouth. Wham! Take that. Sending him tumbling down the steps and causing some bleeding. Jaime demands that Ronnet respect a highborn lady, and then he calls her by her name in reply, which Ronnet speaks Brienne the Beauty. So Ronnet is still defiant. After Harrenhal, Jaime, to get rid of Ronnet, charges him with returning Sir Willis Manderley to White Harbor via Maidenpool. He also gives him command of Gregor Clegane's former men as an escort, so Jaime will be rid of them too. He just sends all the people he doesn't like, get out. Ronnet, you and all the weird Clegane guys, get the Manderly and just go. Get out of here. That's what he says. Whew. All right. The return of Jon Con. The return of Jon Con. When Jon Connington retakes his former seat, there you go. When Jon Connington takes his former seat at Griffin's Roost, so Jon Con, I kind of skipped out, is working with Aegon the Sixth, possibly Pretender, right? And he also has grayscale, but he comes back with Aegon, or fake Aegon, to like conquer Westeros with the Golden Company, and he starts with taking his old seat of Griffin's Roost. So when Jon Connington retakes his former seat of Griffin's Roost, until then ruled by his cousin Ronald's son Ronnet. Yeah, Ronet's dad was named Ronald, also Ron Con, and then Ronnet named his bastard son Ronald. Ron. He learns that Ronnet is away, said to be fighting in the Riverlands with Sir Jaime Lannister. Jon is relieved, as he expected that Ronnet would fight for Griffin's Roost, and he would not wanted to celebrate his homecoming by killing one of his own kin, because you don't want to be a kinslayer. Ronnet may be the son of the cousin who took advantage of his downfall, but he was a child at the time. Jon bears him no personal grudge. However, Jon considers it fortunate that Ronnet's siblings, Raymond and Elaine, as well of his bastard son Ronnet Storm, become his captives, as they would make good hostages in case Ronnet should return and try to get them back, get them in the castle back. He announces no harm will come to any of you unless Red Ronnet proves an utter fool. I'm not sure if Ronnet's an utter fool. He's definitely it does seem like a jerk saying that stuff about Brienne, but I don't know if he's a fool. Griffin versus Griffin. Sir Ronnet arrives in Maidenpool in the company of 20 soldiers, some of whom immediately commit crimes. That's awful. From Maidenpool, he is sent to King's Landing and brought before Sir Kevin Lannister, Lord Mace Tyrell, Lord Randall Tarley, and the other members of the small council. So this is like late in a Dance with Dragons when the small council is kind of like effective again because Cersei's no longer running it, right? So you got like Randall Tarley and Mace Tyrell and Kevin Lannister, who are all actually rather efficient and good at their jobs. So where are they? And the other Remember, it is determined whether he was involved when the Golden Company attacked the Stormlands. Ronnet swears he is King Tommen Baratheon's man and will prove it with his sword by bringing the council the heads of his uncle Jon Con and the Targaryen pretender, Aegon. The council decides to put him under guard until they march on Jon Con and the Golden Company, where he will be given the chance to prove his loyalty. After Ronnie has been taken away, Grand Maester Pycelle points out that his promise of delivering the heads of Jon and Aegon reflects Jon's promise to the Mad King Aerys II to bring him the head of Robert Baratheon. Randall suggests sending Red Jon Con and all of his company to the Wall. So we don't know what they end up doing. We just know that it was being discussed. So he might be killed, he might be tossed to the Wall, or they might go, all right, go fight Jon Con. Do it. All right, that's all it is up to, I got one more slide, but that's all it is up to Dance of Dragons. So this is kind of my predictions in Winds of Winter. So predictions. It is possible that Red Ron Con will be killed off screen. I think that's really possible. I think it's very possible that the first Jon Con chapter is just him going, well, Red Ron came and we killed him anyways. Like, but I do believe it will be Jon Con's hand. I do think that Jon Con will become a kinslayer, killing Ronnet. It is very possible that Storm's End is already taken, or at least will be taken really early on in the book. With fish like that to fry, Red Ron is barely an afterthought, right? They got Storm's End to take. But I do think that the Connington sigil is a hint that the two griffins will fight. And I'm afraid Red Ronnie has zero chance winning that fight. Yeah, because if you look at the sigil, which I have here, it's a griffin fighting a griffin. And both of them are griffins. And one is literally called Red Ronnet. And there's a red griffin. So I do think that that sigil is saying that the griffins will fight. Whether it already happened and it's the book's going to start with it already done, or really early on, or maybe not even at Griffin's Roost, but later once they take Storm's End and then Red Ron comes down and they fight. But I do think that the Griffins will fight each other and that Ronet's got no chance. So there you go. There's my Red Ronnet. That was my color week. I had Brown Ben on Tuesday. Now I get Red Ronnet here on Thursday morning. So yeah, boom, done it. Done it. Hope you guys like this one. Red Ronnet. It's a pretty interesting character. I might cover some of the other suitors for Brienne. They are actually like kind of cool characters. I mean, they're all kind of jerks, but kind of a jerk. All right. There you guys go. Thank you for watching. Please click like, subscribe, do all that YouTube stuff. Check out the rest of my Song of Ice and Fire stuff. I'll probably put up some videos here. And yeah, let me know if there are any characters you want me to cover. All right. Have a good one. And how do I end this out? Go and be really nice to your betrothed. Don't be a jerk. All right? Just because she's not pretty enough, like you think she's not pretty enough, she's cool. She's awesome. Stop being mean to your betrothed. Peace.